But nah, fuck that. Nah, I'm finna fucking headbutt these kids because you giving them too much fucking mercy.
That's mercy? Look, don't murder kids, but sometimes you gotta beat the shit out of them. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, some of these kids,
They be a little wild.
hands rated E for everyone.
Wait,
Alright, y'all. Why do I feel slight nerves? I have no clue what's gonna happen. Blow your fucking nose.
There's a bunch of coke up his nose right now. What do you expect for him right now? What do you actually expect when he
To be like his father and sometimes
So he's literally acting like like his normal father. He has coke up his nose.
Oh. All right, with that depressing note, let's start the show. 1, 2, 3. Yo, welcome to the Phluck Me, right? Podcast. I'm your host, Marlon Hue, aka Father Piccolo, aka Morgan Freeman's illegitimate grandson, twice removed, once on your mom's side, but I'm still on Trev's mom's side. You feel me? This is the first episode, which is weird to say because we actually filmed all the episodes out of order because we didn't know what was going to happen. And thank God we filmed out of order. The first 2 episodes was full of liquor and jokes that should never see the light of day.
I feel like we should still add more liquor.
More liquor. They got liquor. I sadly can't today. Matter of fact, I don't want to drink liquor ever again. Some reason Ty had my booty hole dripping.
Whoa.
All day.
And
Wait, was that before or after the alcohol?
So we have guest here, Jason Derulo. So without any explanation, we're going to say Jason Derulo as our transition.
You just did an explanation.
Fuck. And I didn't have any liquor.
That's fucked up. Well, let me just let you know who's the one who gave you all that liquor. Hi, my name is Ty. I'm Static Shock's gay ass son. You may call me shocking, but with a snap, you have to put a snap in there every time. And to my right, I'm seeing someone on coke.
Hi, my name's Trevin.
See, why is it do that fake quietness? Go, start.
Hi, my name's Trevin. Is this out? Is this good for you? Is this fine? Anyway, hi, my name's
Maybe you
Trevin.
stop putting so much coke up your nose.
And your butt.
We don't talk about that.
Can you put coke up your butt?
Yes, you can.
How do you think Santa Claus makes it to everybody at night?
How do you think I got this coke?
Yo, if that joke went over your head, that's amazing, Trev. And I'm gonna give you. You say I don't compliment you enough. Kudos to you.
Thank you.
He was eating Santa's ass, is what he was saying.
You know, the greatest thing about that part is, we let
Why do you
this
think
old random man come into our house and just give us gifts. I would also let
That's called Uncle.
I would also let a man come into the house and give me a gift. Santa's literally loaded. Don't you know? I thought this was supposed to be clean.
Wait, it is kind of clean. All right. Ty is here to help keep us on track because me and Trev got to experience more podcasts than him. So, he got to hear about it. So he's here to help analyze how this can run moving forward. Me and Trev are here to look back and analyze what we could have done better moving forward because it really is a work in progress, right? I think I told both of you guys this podcast was not supposed to be started until after I dropped something in comedy because I just started stand-up and I didn't want people to get mad at me. So I'm like, how about I start a podcast after they hear that is all jokes, right? But, of course, because I didn't get to start the podcast after stand-up, we did experience some people getting mad at me on the podcast, which is weird because why would you come on a podcast where I openly start the opening with saying we come together by hate? I didn't start it off here because this is the analyzed video.
You also have to remember something. When you're talking about stuff that people get on podcasts, the first thing they're thinking is like, oh, it's going to be nice, it's going to be fun.
Whoever thinks that?
Some people just go on just like, oh, I'm just going to talk about this. But then when you actually are on a camera or you have a mic in front of you, words just don't come out. Words get a little jumbled up and weird. It's like, I could be talking about, oh, yeah, I did this. It was a great day. And then all of a sudden, like, oh, God, I'm a horrible goddamn person.
Right.
But it's okay because we're all horrible. I took more L's than everybody, right? It's like 10 episodes of me not having jokes that land. People yelling at me. Yeah. Ty almost cried on the first one, but we got it together though.
I'll have you know, I did cry anyways. I definitely cried.
If it wasn't on the podcast, it was on the ride home.
I'm gonna beat Trev on the ride home, but
he's not joking.
What was I gonna say? Dang, you're talking about words getting tripped up. Oh yeah,
But-
I gotta explain why my booty hole was leaking after ties. It's because apparently when you drink alcohol and eat Chinese food, it doesn't mix well.
I didn't. Hey, that was his fault. Don't blame me.
Why did you guys warn me? You guys, I was eating orange chicken, and what did you put in the drink?
Oh, I put everything in that drink.
Like what?
I put everything in that drink.
Like what?
Don't ask. You're asking too many questions. What if I told you about asking too many questions?
I feel like this is a conversation. This is how a conversation with Bill Cosby go.
Oh,
He's not wrong.
don't start the podcast with breaking down a black man. Insulting somebody else. Go.
You know, he
Didn't
was
we
also
just say
breaking
that all
down
people are
these
horrible
assholes.
in the way?
I know. That's why I said that's one insult. Now you got to bring everybody else.
I mean,
Everyone gets it.
I guess I should explain, right? So originally, unless you guys think I should change it, let me know because I'm trying to work on it. Essentially, the podcast was supposed to be structured like this. I believe, I know people do, but I'm gonna say I believe people have a misconception when it comes to love hate, right? They think they're opposites when they're really on the same side of the spectrum, just not side by side. They're both strong emotions. The opposite of love is being indifferent. And a lot of times we come together through passionate discussions. Like everybody's always saying it's arguments or debates. Nah, you can passionately be discussing something you both feel strong about. And at the end of the day, you can walk away feeling all right. You can be friends or you can disagree to disagree. But at least you had a civil conversation. And that's what I was trying to display with this being, with this, I don't know, the podcast discussion. I wanted to be like a therapy session, essentially, right? Because you cried. Some other girls got mad, but we actually got to wrap up every
why does it
podcast.
seem like all of the bitches are getting upset?
Not all of them. And see, he used the first. Actually, what I go like 5 minutes without saying bitch?
I consider myself what you call it. So,
Can we applaud Marlon for not saying bitch for the first 5 minutes?
Yeah, the bitch is my favorite word, and I'm never gonna change that, but I am trying to figure out. I don't know.
well, the most important thing is that structure is very important. And if you're going to keep the love and hate thing going, you got to also make sure that when you're going to use the love and hate thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, remember I kept telling you guys we were balancing it because for you guys' first podcast, we were trying to bring people in like, yo, let's talk about some things you hate. Problem is we could go 10 minutes on him liking mayonnaise and me hating it, which is your black card is gone. Who orders extra mayonnaise?
Me?
What are you, a chalk outline? You chalky? That's a white reference, by the way.
Why you like my nose?
I would think he would hope. I would think that people would know what a chalk outline looks like.
If you don't know what a chalk outline is,
Just
go
look at
on the
it.
bridge and jump off.
Talk
Wait,
to
wait,
our
wait.
mic,
I'm gonna
Trev.
say I'm just saying, like,
Or better yet, just look at his nose because he has that much crack on his nose. But that's fine.
Oh yeah, for those again, if it's just audio you're listening, he's in a onesie with his big ass sticking out and white coke on his nose.
How dare you? His ass is just that fat.
That's what I'm saying.
His ass isn't sticking out. It's just
Rudolph
that
the
fat.
red. I was gonna say something dirty.
Rudolph the
Rudolph the
red
white-nosed
nosed reindeer
And he got coke on his nose.
has so much coke up his nose.
Ooh, is that coke or semen?
should I just
Ty,
I hope
speaking of
it's not
semen,
this.
Ty is over here in a Static Shock outfit, looking fabulous.
Thank you. With my legs out. Because you know I have to be that fat.
That thought. Hold on, but I don't know if y'all caught the reference. He's the gay Static Shock, so he's zaddy.
It's just shocking.
Oh,
Shocking.
yas.
So Static Shock was gay as hell. Honestly,
he probably be lighting that booty up. Woo!
honestly speaking, I can see him in Boys Town doing that. Yeah, shocking everywhere. Because you know how they do that shit in Atlanta.
Wait, I don't know. I'm from Atlanta, son. I don't know which one I want to represent. From Atlanta or Chicago?
I'm forced to do Chicago. So
The moment you represent Atlanta, you immediately have an STD.
low key.
Whoa, I do not.
Hey, look here. You can deny it, but it's the truth.
Why you lick your lip when you say that shit?
Because it's the truth.
Ty spit on me earlier and said, "I don't think you'll get AIDS."
I hope you don't. That would be tragic for you.
All right. So you know how we hate people saying Chirac when realistically the problem with Chicago is Illinois in general, but they confuse a couple of blocks in Chicago for being making the whole state bad. Atlanta, the residents of Atlanta, like if you're from Atlanta, they don't really have the problem with the sexual STDs. It's everybody who comes into the state. It's a heavily, what's the word, imported? Yeah, imported state. A lot of people come in random who aren't from there.
That's crazy. You would say that, especially due to the fact that all of Atlanta right now. Oh, is it too far away? That all of Atlanta right now definitely has COVID-19 because they definitely fight every single night. I see way too many videos of literally everybody just fighting about something. So everyone over there has If they don't have, you're right. If they don't have an STD, they probably have COVID-19 right now. That's all
I was
I'm
like,
saying.
I was say at this time we're all getting fucked right now.
It's like,
Listen, so far my booty hole is good, except for the liquor and the Chinese food that's been coming out for 2 days.
sounds like you need to like get some Pepto-Bismol in your life.
I tried the Pepto-Bismol. You ain't got none here, son.
I don't have any here because I never have ass problems. You know, it's surprising. The gay man is the only one who don't have ass problems.
I got a fart as we're talking.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know what happened. Some reason I let them talk me into a couple of podcasts where I don't drink. For the record, in case you guys are wondering, I don't drink or smoke. Not that I'm a goody two shoe. I just don't think it tastes or smell good. So like for these podcasts, I wanted to make sure everybody was loose. So I did agree with them. Let's try to loosen up a little bit, and I got fucked.
But
Like, I forgot my name sometimes in the podcast.
But you actually enjoy some of the drinks that I've made, at least.
They tasted good because listen, I got a sweet taste bud. All right, I like sweets.
And it's good. And like, look,
Oh, nobody gonna take that joke? All right, cool. Go ahead.
I mean, hey, look, you're a sweetie little bitch. But
Aw.
look, sometimes that you just need to find something that you like.
But
And
even
you found something that you like, but you're not really a drinker still, but you like the drink. So you just enjoy the drink.
yeah, it was
It messed you up, and it was kind of hilarious because you couldn't even barely walk straight, but it was still a drink that you enjoyed.
and you got to acknowledge some of that was from sleep issues. So I had to work that morning, and then I had a business meeting after that, which I fell asleep in the chair. So I went to work. I worked out at the gym. Then I went right to a business meeting, and nobody stopped me from falling asleep. You know, like when you don't have a headrest and your head just keep nodding and shit.
It just yeah.
I woke up with my neck hurting. Like, who touched me? Jason Derulo. I tried to back out of it last minute.
you
It's
was just like
that's why I laughed. Like it's like did you just try to stop yourself?
Yeah, it
You
was like,
can't-
no,
you
no.
all- it's too late. Give in to it.
Once you commence the Jason, then you have to finish
You
the
have
Derulo.
to give into the Derulo. It's like give into the Derulo.
Give into the Derulo. Wait, did we ever explain that? Listen, there's no context to the Jason Derulo. It's just a transition. It's a conjunction. If you, instead of saying and, just go like, actually, I don't know how to do that. I tried.
No, what? Never mind. Jason Derulo.
Exactly. Sometimes some things you just can't explain.
You just gotta do it.
As you'll see in one of the episodes, one of the guests, for some reason, started singing that. Then it got stuck in all of our heads. Then it came back again in another podcast. And I'm like, should we just keep it going so it's not a random one-timer?
Should we like never drop it so everyone's like waiting for it? Like, please drop it.
Until we get a cease and desist.
Jason Derulo. And then Jason, then now we gotta get Jason Derulo.
You got sued. Damn it, Jason.
Jason, no.
Is he gonna do it on a TikTok like he's been normally doing?
Stop fucking using my name.
It's like, wait, you know, he has to have a thirst trap with it too. Like, look at my dick. Well, don't use my name. It's like, wait, dick bounce. Oh, okay,
It's just
everyone's paying attention
his TikTok
now.
is just him doing a helicopter in front of a mirror.
Oh,
Low
God.
key, if you look at his stuff, that's all it really is.
Nobody's looking at it like that, Ty.
Yeah.
Look here, you're lying. Like you're
It's
lying.
only you, Zaddy.
Literally.
Zaddy. So I mean, what, we go back to it. So like, and some of them we were afraid to even talk about with the podcast because again, some got mad. Like I'm really angry that like one I may not be able to put out because the guest is unsure how they appeared because they did get angry.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think she should feel as bad because we have 2 podcasts together, which we don't even know if we can put out because the jokes were so there. Like I want to ask y'all. Like I hope after watching this, after you watch a few, let us know if you guys would be interested in seeing an extremely and heavily fucked up podcast with dark jokes.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about that. A lot of people don't understand that you need to get these things out. Let those little emotions out. That way they're just out there and you can actually confine them. Like a lot of people get scared to say, oh, I don't want to look bad. But everyone's done something bad at one point. So what's the point of hiding everything? In fact, you become more open once you actually allow yourself to talk about it. So that's why I always find it okay to just talk about some of the stuff. Like some of the stuff that we talked about weren't that bad.
In context, right?
Consider.
And that's the thing we talked about, which is important, which I told you guys I use the term comedian very loosely because I only just started stand-up, but I've been a comedic actor before then and a writer. And I was remember when we had that talk because Trev is just getting into writing scripts and comedy. And I was like, yo, you need to have some point to what you're writing. And he was like, you're going too deep. I'm like, nah, fam. If you do not have a reason for writing it, that's where the trouble lies in the future. Because then if you don't have a purpose for it, malicious intent can be misconstrued and taken however you want.
Understandable. But I just look at, because I'm looking, mainly at just how stuff is like this stuff is done now. Like think about it, like Vine, TikTok, any this stuff. Like the point is so simple, and like I think that you can just necessarily just see it, like it's blatant in your
You're not
face.
looking long term. A lot of the big ones
Right.
have got legal issues. Literally all of them. And if they don't, they will run into it. Don't like a lot of streamers, a lot of online people who specifically create content online have gotten to a lot of legal problems.
Well, a lot of those legal problems come from other things that they really shouldn't be doing in their personal lives, mind you. However, I will say that a lot of more recent, more popular comedians, like I would say Dave Chappelle. Everyone knows Dave Chappelle.
I'm talking about online people though. Right?
Well, I'm going for more of a broad, what you call it here, because Dave Chappelle, you could have considered him just a normal man when he first started too.
But we're talking about online people because the reason why it's different is he had a long-term goal. You can't cancel Dave because for one, stand up, right? So malicious intent can't prove that. It's all for jokes and laughters.
I was gonna say the only ones who's actually been canceled like online comedians, because they've done.
I'm not calling them comedians, by the way, if you're just online.
Well, honestly, the ones I'm about to bring up aren't even funny. But but recording people in the forest who had killed themselves is considered a really bad thing to do. Soliciting child molestation, really bad things to do. A lot of them are things that they do in their personal lives that's not actually their comedic
Well, the
jokes.
first one you said wasn't personal life because that was filmed and put out for content.
He was doing something that he shouldn't been doing.
But it was for
as
content,
a personal
though.
content on his vlog. Not as his actual joke. He was vlogging.
No, but that's a part of Trev though.
Thing.
That's still a part of content. When you get to that point to remember, he said he wants to get to where everything is content. Yeah, I'm gonna film everything, and that's why I said that me as a content creator and comedian, I'm against that shit because there's no way you can keep that much content out and have purpose behind it. You're going to start stretching, and that's when you get into the case that you're talking about. Personal life starts blending with your creative life, and you get messed up.
Right, but I just want to get back to that sentence that you said about that one person that filmed somebody killing herself,
which it was proven to be fake, by the way.
Right?
I think he said it wasn't a real body.
It was real. What was it? The Japanese suicide force?
I looked it all up.
But he came back and said it was
because he's trying to protect his image.
All right, continue.
But yeah, it was
especially when that's the only thing that's making him money. Go ahead.
No, it's not. He's got a good radio show going.
You got to go into it. What you call it? Most of his stuff comes from the YouTube. But Trev, go ahead.
Beginning
Trev,
of
continue.
It. Yeah.
You got anything else to say?
No.
It's okay.
Anyway, hey, for the record, we've been trying to get better at not cutting each other off. It's not doing too great, but it's better than what it was.
This is why I'm like, go ahead, Trev.
Anyway, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't he walking into the Japanese suicide forest, if I was correct?
Yes, he went to the location that he knew would cause ruckus.
Right.
But he had said it could have been, he was hoping to find something, but I had heard that he had said he planted it. Like he said, could be wrong. Either way, he went in there hoping to find something. Didn't know if he would. If it was a real body, he went in looking for it. But if it was fake, he went in there to cause that scene for content online.
Well, still, even the act of even planting that in there, clickbaiting, which is formerly known.
If it's a real body, it wasn't clickbaiting, but yeah.
It's not. But even so, like, that's fucked up. Like, that's...
Again, but see, now you're judging. And see, then it goes back to the conversation we had. It's not up to you to judge what's right and wrong with content. All you can do is you have to look at what's the word? I don't know what the word is. You have to look at the situation at hand, right? Because again, I don't like the word dark comedy because the world is dark. So when you say dark comedy, it's saying a fact that people just don't want to hear.
I also feel like there's a such thing as some things being morally wrong that we
can't judge
physically.
morals. Nope, I'll never agree with you. You're not God. You cannot give me a justifiable overall moral. You ain't Thanos.
I also feel that also comes down to the fact that killing is wrong.
No, I don't. Fuck out of here.
So
how can you prove it?
So if you were to kill somebody, every time someone's mentioned when I kill someone, unless they're like an actual serial killer, they always feel wrong. They always feel
that's not always.
sick.
That's not been. No, it's not. Have you not seen cases?
Most cases that I've seen, most of the people who are normal, innocent, and
what is normal? What is normal?
Normal is not wanting to kill people.
No, it's not. Where's that? How can you? Ty, we done had these conversations. You know that's not a tangible. 2 + 2 is 4. We know you can put take one object, take another object, put it together. Now there's 2 objects sitting there. You can't do the same thing with morality.
I have to disagree on this. Morality is the same thing. We use so many things as the basics for that, especially when you go into the point of we should know that killing is wrong. We know that certain things is wrong because we feel bad about it.
No, you're trying to tell me how to feel. And this is why I'm going to twist it on you. And the podcast that we may or may not release, you talked about how the whole world was telling you how to feel and how they feel about you being a gay male.
Also, I think we'd be just fine to release that.
Oh, now you're saying that after we done. Don't say the jokes yet. But
I wasn't the one who said not to do it.
Oh, really?
No.
Okay.
We'll think about that.
The man sitting in a reindeer outfit with coke on his nose is unsure about what things that he said in his past.
You don't know.
Right.
I'm gonna say, look.
That's the thing. Like,
look at me.
I don't feel bad about
I was just.
But see, now that's perspective is a great example. If you turn to killing, say if we did do 2 murders, you don't feel bad about it. Now Trev does. He can't explain to you morally or justification because that's forcing an opinion, not a tangible thing on you. Because everything is about perspective, right? Me and you talked about positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement.
Right.
Everybody online is using the word, I don't want no bad vibes around me. Well, bitch, a bad vibe taught you to have caution, to have fear about something, though fear isn't real, caution is, right? So if you had a bad vibe and you walked out of your house, that could have helped you not get killed because there could be a robbery in your house. For some reason, you noticed
something but there was a reason that they walked out the house in the first place.
Yeah, but that negative thing turned into a positive, right? So like, it's all about simple perspective. You could have said go in that house and beat the robber's ass, and you just saved somebody else from getting killed.
That person can't physically do that because they know their limits.
No. You're creating a specific narrative. I'm only saying walking in and walking out. You're just staying or not.
Well, you also have to go by the person's mentality and who that person is. And I guess
you're getting more and more specific. That's why morality is a great area.
You're right. Morality does really come from your background and who you are, and I'll give you that. However, most people would say killing is wrong.
Not most.
And then
if you're intellectual,
and then who's the people who say that killing is right? Like
me, you can't.
So who?
Oh no! Wait! I said that wrong.
Exactly my point.
No. I'm not going to say it's wrong because put in context like this. I'm not against killing animals for food, but I'm not pro. I'm not pro hunter, but I'm not pro hunter though.
You're putting a specific area to it too. You're going into specifics. I'm saying in a general aspect, killing is wrong, and we know that.
Wait. Let me clarify. Unjustifiable kills is what I'll question. Other than what's what I'll question. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'll question it. But if you beat a bitch's ass, for example, a grammar Nazi, I'm not gonna bat an eye.
Okay, and you know what? That's once again but I'm using what you told me, specifics.
Okay.
When I say killing is wrong, I mean I was walking down the street. I didn't like how that guy looked at me. I killed him because I didn't like the way he looked at me. Would you could consider that wrong for the fact that I just didn't like how he looked at me?
Well, you can't. But my thing is, I'm nitpicking the word right and wrong. So we are starting in general, and then your specific is backing up your general statement. So I'm not saying that's not wrong.
And here's the thing: the problem here is we're agreeing with each other, but we're also disagreeing with the fact of I think
and wrong.
Exactly. That's why I'm going back to you. I'm using what you just said against you right now due to the fact of we're both right. But then we're also both wrong.
Well, no. But see, that's why I want to explain it tangibly because I never agree with the disagree to disagree, or we agree to disagree because that gets nowhere. So I'm just trying to state that you cannot tangibly justify right and wrong because that's all perspective. So we have to come to a middle ground and say, how do we create laws around that? Because you cannot justify because you start infringing on people's right to do anything.
And again, it comes to the point of matter of. Some things are just wrong to do in our society, in a structured, perfect society. I guess I can't really say perfect because there's no such thing as perfection. That's stuff me. But in modern society, we know it's wrong to kill someone because that person belongs to someone or that's someone's special someone.
That's not why it's wrong.
It's also, let me finish. In our modern society, it's also wrong to steal something as well because it's wrong to take a life because who are you to take that person's life? Who are you to take that person's things that they worked for? Who are you to do these bad things and say, oh, well, I just wanted to do it? Who are you to do that?
Well, that's not why it's wrong. It's laws are in place. For one, the people who created the laws were really made to help protect property and tangible items in the long run, right? So that being said, like when people want to defund the police, right? But what they're not thinking long term is that's mostly the lower economic class that's complaining about that. But I want to be rich as fuck. I need protection. I plan on owning a lot of things. So when you look at that standpoint, you guys think about from an owner standpoint. You know how like we hate our job. We work at a warehouse, right? So we're always like, yo, I can't wait to slip on some shit and sue them. Well, if that was your business, that's exactly how your employees are thinking. That shit's bad for you.
Now, to go back to that, here's the thing. When people say defund the police, we're not talking about take all the money away from them. I'm not a personal person who says you should abolish all of the police because, yes, I understand that we need some of their services. However, when we say defund the police, we mean give some of those resources because the police is loaded with weapons, money. They get more money than our schools usually get. When we say defund the police, we say give it back to some of the community. Why is our schools, lunches and such have so less money than the police with all their literal cars? I've seen them have luxury cars running around stopping people while our kids don't have really any good food to eat. And it's like an arm and a leg to get them to extra activities. There are multiple ways we can stop a lot of the things in our own communities, but we have so much money to militias and the police to protect. And I understand the understanding of it, but when we say defund the police, we need to give back, and they should be on the same level as the others.
Right.
But I mean, you kind of minimize. I'm gonna let you finish. Let's not say we, because Ty, you're speaking from your voice, and you have a more balanced voice. A lot of people, when they say defund, they're like, even some of my friends literally mean take all the cops away. So I tell Trev that even this is Marlon's podcast. You guys are separate entities, right? So don't minimize or cripple your own voice by attaching yourself to other people's programs, right? You're just here to speak on something on, I don't know what's the word. Like, what is this? My area? I don't know what it is.
Hold on, wait. I was speaking for myself. When I say we, like a lot of people get this confused too. When I say we, I really talk about mostly like my personal friends or personal group that I literally associate with. That's when I say we, because to me, everything is a team effort for something. That's how I that's how I personally feel. Everything takes a team to get done.
Yeah, but even basically we got to explain all of these things because again, it takes a team to complete it, but a team also makes everything complicated. But also one man could change the world. Example, I come with a super great idea. You're a comic artist. You have a great idea. However, when you expand bigger, you want to be a distribution company, you need other artists to help you draw it and everything. However, that's still your idea. So at the end of the day, to get to that great standpoint, that takes your intuition, your ability, your know-how, and you're assisted by them, but you give them the direction at where to assist you from and how.
Is that still not your team?
What I'm saying is I'm just explaining that how that sentence works because motherfuckers literally think like, we need you. No, nigga, The Rock is great by himself. The Rock is a team. He's the physical size of a team, and he's a team himself. Yes. My bad, Trev. Hopefully you remember what you were saying.
I mean, I was going to talk about the police, but I mean, we kind of went way past that.
No, go ahead.
I mean,
it's always an important idea, especially as Black men, because that affects our lives constantly. So go ahead, by all means.
Right. I mean, and as much as I would say, as in my opinion of like the defund the police, is that I think that since we as taxpaying citizens pay for the police and give money to the police, we have the rights. And I've seen someone talked about this before. Some young black man that really articulated it well for people that don't understand the term of defund the police to swap. And necessarily, if we are not comfortable or we do not like the service that is given to us to protect us, we can necessarily switch that for another service. So
say your ideas. Trev's working on not stumbling over his shit. Say it. Say what you want to say, nigga.
He basically said it.
Yeah,
switch the
service.
I don't know what he said.
Wait,
I want him to say what you're going to say.
What I literally just heard him say is that we don't like the services that they're providing.
I was about to say that until you cut me off.
I'm sorry. Like, you just pointed at me when you said it.
No, I was trying to say, pause it out. All right, just so people know, because again, this is not me being malicious to Trev. He literally is new into this thing, right? He's been on a couple of podcasts. I told him off camera, me and him both have had moments of slipping up. Articulation-wise, enunciating-wise, we've cut off each other. Sometimes Ty speaks too low and everything. I'll go too fast. So literally, I want y'all to see us growing and changing. You might, if you're watching it visually, you might see me give them notes like, hey, raise the camera up. You know, some people were kissing the mic.
You'll also see it with coconut notes.
You also see coconut notes. This is true. So with that being said, go back to your idea and try to sum it up clear for the audience.
Well, necessarily, I believe that in God, I just fucking forgot because we started yelling.
Ask Ty again.
But necessarily, I believe that in the term of defund the police, in my personal view, I believe that since we pay for the police and give money for them to buy new equipment and anything under that nature, we should be able to we should be able to swap for a different service because we do not find it comfortably. Well, we are not comfortable with their service, and we find that it is not to the standards that we have.
I still don't know what he said.
Give me a new police. I don't like it. Just give me another police.
So you basically want to restructure, not tear down.
Yes.
Why don't you just say that shit, fam?
Oh, I don't know. It's not in your words, so.
No, it doesn't have to be in that words, but
Right.
that's why I was telling, when I was even breaking down ties, when he said we and everything, you guys have noticed people literally get mad on the podcast and people talk to me later. We don't understand and comprehend a lot of things we say, right? We just say sayings out there and we don't know the words we're using. We don't even know how to reply because we don't understand what we're saying. Like, nothing's complex if you actually understand it. You should be able to break down anything simply. And that goes for me. I'll get long-winded sometimes. You might see on this podcast sometimes I'll just stop a joke. Like if I'll start a statement, I'm like, this is not working out. I'll just cut myself off.
Like Jason Derulo.
Wait, sorry. No, sorry. Jason Derulo.
Yeah, I had it earlier. That's what I'm saying. That's what the podcast is supposed to be intended for. Raw, honest conversation. Like you take L's in front of friends. You take L's in conversations behind the scenes. But some reason when we go into the mic, which I'm only using as an example, not as like my punching bag, I'm pretty sure when you guys can hear his uncertainty of what he wanted to say, especially coming after me and Ty becoming so definitive against each other. Like, no, it's wrong. Stop it. No, this and that. Then Trev, what I'm trying to figure out. You had vulnerability, but don't be afraid in explaining your thoughts. Am I saying this wrong? Is it coming off to me and Ty?
Out for like 5 minutes. What'd she say?
This man was.
I'm kidding. No, you're actually 100% right. But right now, Trev, you're kind of our middleman here. But for most instances, you can't be the middleman in most cases because it actually will play against you. And I personally understand being a middleman because sometimes I have to be a middleman of most situations. But in times like this, it's okay to let your opinion out. And whatever you feel strongly on, you need to let it out because now you start gaining your personality more and more from it because you're allowing yourself to come out more. That's very important when doing podcasts or just talking in general and living. And that's how you can actually live a better life because you're letting yourself be yourself.
And being better, I had so many jokes to make when you were talking, but I'm trying to hold it back when a gay man was teaching you how to come out and live your better life.
Wait, hold on. Are you not saying that I don't know how to come out the closet? Because, baby,
you came out shockingly today, Daddy.
He came out the closet. It was nothing but glitter.
It was like zap zap.
Oh.
I came out trying to be a superhero, and I was like, Mom, Dad, I'm a superhero. We all know you're gay. That wasn't part of it, but
but I'll come out as that too.
But you know what? While we're at it.
All right.
So would your static necessarily be like Static Shock's electricity is blue? Would yours be like pink?
Oh, stereotypes.
How dare you? It'd literally be rainbow colored. I'd be better. I might as well be called Dazzler.
Oh.
The Razzle Dazzle?
The old Razzle Dazzle. Ooh. I'll be better Dazzler than the actual Dazzler is.
But shouldn't that be a superhero name by now?
Yeah, it is.
Why not?
She's cool, but she's not cool. It's weird.
Is it Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Okay.
She's part of X-Men.
Oh.
Don't look her up. She ain't that interesting.
Not that good. Now I'm trying to see where we came. This is good though. Like, man, I'm trying to see how this looks compared to other podcasts because, like, the fact that we shot so many things out of order, like, I just want to express to them. With this being the definitive first episode, you're gonna see the levels change. Like,
yes,
some were better conversations than others. Sometimes we weren't as clear.
Well, let me ask you this. What do you want to gain from doing the podcast?
That is a good question.
And since this is supposed to be the first episode.
Well, again, when I told you this originally was supposed to come after my comedy days, I have a lot of, I'm not gonna say strong, but off-brand things to say. Like, everything I create, I want to be about perspective, right? Which means that will go against some of the ways that other people think. So I wanted everybody to understand that it's not coming from ill intent, no malicious intention with it. So even though when I'm joking about a topic, that's not me minimizing it. That's me exploring all the ranges around it. And we've even talked about, I think, on some of the podcasts, it's the medicine, right? You might laugh to do it. But just because I'm laughing, I'm not laughing at it. right? Some people got mad. Like even when you were talking back in the day, we probably would have poked some jokes in between your conversation, and some people could get mad at that. But that's not to minimize what you're saying. So my goal is I would like to have therapeutic conversations in public, because every time I have a great conversation, it's normally somebody who stepped away from the group to come talk to me personally, like, yo, I heard what you were saying with everybody, and Loki, I agree with you. I'm like, why the fuck you ain't say that when everybody was getting mad at me? When there was 10 people around, why are you talking to me behind the scenes?
Because people prefer to do things behind closed doors rather than doing it in person. And while, yes, there are a lot of things that you should be able to discuss behind closed doors rather than with someone, especially in a public domain type of issue. But I do feel like there's a lot of things that do need to be actually said that a lot of people are afraid of to say.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people feel like my opinion isn't being heard. A lot of people feel like I don't think I should say something like that. But sometimes you do need to let that out.
Yeah.
Sometimes you are going to come off as an asshole, and maybe sometimes you are an asshole. But in most cases,
there's no proof of that. Asshole has to, asshole. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I will look like some in the clips, but again, that's what I'm trying to explain the intention.
Well, no, I actually was thinking of a specific group when I said that. To be honest, here.
No.
So I wasn't thinking about you.
Wait,
yeah.
Did I miss it?
No, I was thinking of
went over your head.
Okay,
yeah,
damn, I missed something.
It's okay, but when I was saying I was talking about a specific group.
Okay.
Not specifically you or like the conversation that you might have in the podcast. But then another question would probably have to be is what do you want us to gain from it too?
Like I said, a lot of times, and I use Tam for example because we've mentioned her on a lot of podcasts. She was a resident female voice for a lot of the podcasts just because we were shooting with her that week, so she was helping film a lot of the stuff from behind the camera. And a lot of times I just brought her forward because she's Vietnamese, right? She's from Colorado, so her, which is a very white area, her experience with the black community is more so from a distance. So this was like her first time, as what she told us, hearing black males speak this openly, whether it's about mental health, sex, and just our insecurities, right? The issues we go through. And she even said it was her first time experiencing straight males and gay males get along, like verbally bash. Like she's seen us get along, but like we were verbally destroying each other, and we didn't get offended. Like again, Ty got passionate with the tears, and I only keep bringing that one up because to me, that's where these conversations are supposed to go. You had a therapeutic moment, not that you needed us to be there. You just had the environment to express and speak yourself. And even though I had a pretty cold read when I responded back to you, I used Tam to cushion that because she was a third party, right? To see what I was trying to explain.
No, to also be fair, one, I didn't actually get to cry. One, how dare you?
My bad. Almost.
Number two is that I wasn't hurt by anything you said. So to me,
that's why I want to point it out. My bad. Keep going.
No, I was gonna say no. Thank you for saying that. At least though, that you wasn't hurt by anything Marlon said. So
no. In fact, I feel like during any of the podcast, you really shouldn't be hurt by what anyone is saying. It's just opinions being said, things being thrown out. However, you still are right to your opinion and what you want to think.
And see, you're right. So you do have the right to have an opinion and stuff. However, when you say it publicly, it's now subject to getting criticized and you get analyzed and critiqued. Now, with that being said, I don't always speak on opinion, and that I notice that gets people mad on the podcast. I normally just bounce back off of what you say, like from an objective standpoint. Like that's why I try to correct myself when you were like, do I consider the murder kind of right or wrong? I slipped because normally I'm just simply speaking from a standpoint of the way that our society structured murder wasn't from a moral standpoint. It was from a business standpoint. That's where everything is, right? Marriage, murder, laws and stuff. And so do you think that's why some guests maybe felt awkward on the podcast? Like, because I don't talk on my opinion. Even when Tam was there, I was like, yo, you don't really know me. I talk about a whole bunch of stuff out loud. Niggas don't know crazy detail about me. Do y'all?
I mean, necessarily. It's just that I find that it's like it's so hard to get a read on you because you have different opinions on so many different things.
Don't say it. Name an opinion. I don't talk and shit. Only thing you know about me is I hate parents, which that is a fact.
Yeah. But then that's it.
And I love kids. Other than that, I'm not on some MJ shit. But like, I do everything for
hope not.
Jason Derulo.
Right. It's like right, another career down just like Smash fans.
Oh god.
You guys never explained the Smash Bros. Hate.
So I mean, it's not Smash Bros. Hate. We actually love Smash.
Oh God, I love Smash Brothers. I love to smash.
So you guys love smashing brothers.
I love.
Continue.
Hell yeah, I Smash Brothers.
What system? Game system.
All of them.
Okay, Xbox, PlayStation.
I'll smash all the. Oh, you're talking about games. No.
God. But the context of that, is because recently in this year there were some pro Smash players that were very well known. Turns out pedophilia is their thing. That's not the only thing they're smashing.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking about 20-year-olds or like 30-year-olds?
They are close to 20s to 30s. I
Yeah.
think some of them were maybe in their 40s. I don't remember. But they had a whole little group of a bunch of them in the one little area. Apparently, it goes even deeper than that. But
Like they're connected to more powerful people, or
it goes into the more. So a lot of YouTubers apparently are also a part of this little.
baby cult?
Oh. Baby boy.
Wait.
Pussy.
Does this have to do with that Geyser Gaze or what's that, Pizza Gates? Have y'all heard about that shit? Like where they said the Justin Bieber music video was trying to out people who are the powerful people in charge who are pedophiliacs? What's the verb
I
for
think
that?
it's pedophiliacs.
Pedophiliacs.
Pizza Gates?
Yeah, like Pizza Gate scandal.
Pedophilers.
Pedophiles. Are they filing their pins?
I mean, they're kind of. I mean, kind of. I mean, kind of. Yeah.
the number 2 pins they give out to the kids to lure them in the bus.
Oh,
Oh.
Is there?
Hey, stop.
Is there a number 3 pencil?
Rule number 3 is instead of the new rule 34, is it? 54?
We're not going.
Oh, Rule 34?
We're not going into Rule 34. That's a different podcast.
Yeah,
Can you explain what that rule 34 is?
If it exists, there's porno.
know it? How about this?
Kind of like broccoli from the
How
Dragon
about
Ball Z.
this?
Wait, is it called broccoli?
I want to do this.
No, what's the new girl? Cauliflower?
Yes, there's lots of porno of her.
Oh,
Let's do this. I want to see if I can do this.
oh, swole.
Let's show you Rule 34.
No, we trying to stay on focus. Wait, weren't you supposed to look at something else?
I was looking up Pizzagate, and it did
Pizzagate scandal.
the conspiracy theory.
Pizzagate. We trying to articulate better.
Well,
Yo,
anyway,
you know what?
I will read this off in March. I can't talk. Why am I on the podcast? Anyway, in March 2016, the person in a personal email account of John Podesta. This white man.
I'm surprised you took the risk of reading out loud publicly in the moment. You should have read the article a little bit instead of trying to read these
It's
big
okay.
words.
I was
It's
letting him
okay.
go.
It's Wikipedia.
Let it pop out.
Hillary Clinton's campaign manager was hacked in this spear attack. WikiLeaks published his email in November 2016. Yada yada yada. This pretty much involved human trafficking and child sexuring. And one of the establishments alleged involved in this was the comic pizza. Yeah.
Summarize,
Comic
darling. You're boring me.
Ping Pong Pizzeria in Washington D.C. I'm not reading anymore. I'm done.
I'm about to say, I'm mad you brought it up without looking at it first. That's why I try to tell Trev, you can't really research the stuff you're trying to talk about while talking on the podcast. It doesn't work.
I was about to say, like, summarize, doll. I'm starting to get bored.
Yeah. So they don't learn anything. Basically, I don't know. Y'all Google it yourself. Some customer at my job was telling me, like, go watch the Justin Bieber music video. He was exposing people.
Well, if I'm going off what I remember, the Pizzagate scandal was due to the fact that a lot of celebrities, especially one of the higher ups, it comes from the same spectrum of the Illuminati controversy, where a lot of them are actually pedophiling a lot of children. That's why a lot of people have been going missing. A lot of, especially younger children, have been going missing as of recent, especially in the Chicago area. A lot of people haven't really been noticing because there's been scattered cases of it here and there, but a lot of those kids have been going missing in different cities as well. And a lot of them are saying it's coming from the higher ups. As the music industry, a lot of the older ones, especially a lot of politicians, are also been found on this email as well. So I don't know if that's the exact one they're talking about. I know this about this one because I was doing a lot of research on why a lot of the girls were going missing.
Like the missing black girls that happened, was it this year or last year?
It was actually corresponding a lot last year too. It's actually been going on for quite some time, actually, from what my research picked up. But a lot of people have been finally noticing it this year. Of course, it had to be 2020, best year of the world. But a lot of people have been noticing it this year. A lot of girls have been going missing in the Chicago area. It's been happening all over the country, actually, which is really bad. but I don't know if that has to do with it. I know Wayfair had their own auction the other
Whoa.
day. They were selling cabinets under the same name as some of the girls.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
Like
yeah. Which that's crazy.
which is really when you look into it more and more, you start seeing a lot of the bull that's happening underlying areas, and some of it might be fake. Of course, it's the internet. People can just fake things all the time. But at the same time, you have to take into account that there are a lot of people missing. Why are they naming this one? They only have one or two of these cabinets under these specific names, and you start questioning, wait, what's going on? A lot of people don't stop it because there's so many cases and stuff now that it's like, if I try to stop it and go any higher up, I'm going to be killed for this type of stuff. So again, I'm not sure if that's the exact same thing, but I do know there is a similar thing going around.
So I want to touch on that, but first I'm gonna say, Ty, that's why I always have so much beef with parents, right? I go back to it. Nobody pays attention to the kids. We're literally just busting nuts, and everybody's pro not aborting kids and everything, but you're bringing so many children into this world, and no, literally, even if you are present, you're neglecting your child. You're either neglecting them mentally, or neglecting to teach them things they actually need that are specific to their lives, right? Despite my argument of saying stay in general, how about you at least let him know, hey, little Timmy, if you're in this fucking town, these are these problems. If you're in this town, these are these problems. You're a little slow, so you're gonna probably need to learn how to fight or hold a weapon because you can't talk your way out of this.
You're a little slow. Hey, Jimmy, stop hitting your head. Stop hitting your head on the wall. Come here, let's talk to me.
Timmy,
when you get older, you're gonna struggle.
Timmy, you need to know at 12 o'clock at night you can't drink glue.
So at 11.
You need to go to sleep right now. What? Right now? There's only 6. I'm surprised you can count.
Little Timmy, you're learning.
He's like, well, I'm surprised you can count. Go to sleep.
Now to take it away from jokes, it's crazy what he had mentioned. So I stumbled upon an accidental, I guess, a child pedophiliac ring. I'm gonna start saying pedophiliac because I don't know the word. A pedophile ring.
I think it's pedophile. Is it actually pedophile?
I know,
Go
like
ahead,
overseas.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
So like I had interns. Again, I never explained why I talk. It's kind of too late in the podcast, guys. But I have a production company and I was a teacher, speech and a theater coach back in my old high school. So I had one of my interns from the city, right? And so he used to kind of commute out to the burbs where we had an office at. He was a bisexual, manic depressant. I think he had some schizo tendencies. He had a lot of basic mental things going on. But the only reason why I mentioned his bisexuality because he put me on game to the huge population of the homeless gay in Chicago, and a lot of them are displaced because families aren't accepting them. And of course, in the city, there's a lot more transit, public to get around. The jobs do pay higher and stuff. So there's apparently a whole community, like there's like a whole little world going on there that has their own little secrets that know about Chicago. But I forgot he moved somewhere, and I forgot how he got into it. But basically, he took in a gay stray, which is a weird word to say that, and this guy apparently was affiliated to one of the families to where they were trafficking children for as sex slaves. And he didn't agree with the family's ways, so he left. And that's why he's homeless. They literally beat his ass. They pretty much like a jumping, and you get jumped in and jumped out. Since he wouldn't accept the family's lifestyle and help him traffic the kids, he would get his ass beaten. So now he's living on the streets because he doesn't want to go back home to that. Of course, I would get the intern who happens to bring in the stray who has that. So they had a quarrel. He ended up beating him up in his household. So now on some weird twisted event, his family's like, only we can beat him up, not you. So now they started coming after him, and he doesn't have a car, so he was commuting and stuff. So I would drop him off sometimes. I also got hands, so I can help. I would help watch when he go back home and everything.
I got hands. It's like it's rated E for everyone. Let's go.
Oh yeah, and especially for child traffickers, right?
Definitely.
So not to mention he didn't go this deep at first. So I can't remember the whole story, so I don't want to drag it out. But at some point, I was like, damn it, nigga, you just got me involved in this shit. They're murderers. Apparently they're connected to other stuff. And apparently he saw them following on the bus. Like he ran to some and they gave him like a note like, your name Corey? Yeah, what's their name gonna come after you? Just know they looking for you. And he was like, so he became paranoid. Nigga got me paranoid. And I thought he was just making it up. Then one time, again, I would drop him off at his house, kind of look around and make sure before he gets out of his get out the car to go to his apartment. And then he would tell me like, hey, there's a car following. Look, if you find a black one with a girl, it was an older woman who wore like a pimp coat. She had a fur coat and some shit. And he explained it to me. I'm like, man, you're making this shit up. He's like, I'm telling you, she's following me. I let him get out the car and I sat in the car for a minute. Then that car passed the lady in. I was like, oh, I did not notice there was a car sitting there. I was like, oh fuck, now they see my car. Like, do I got it? So I'm going back to my mom. I live with my mom. So I'm like, oh shit, I want to bring this home to my mom. So I'm driving home thinking people are watching me. I started doing like circles, not to go directly to my neighborhood and everything. And then I saw her a couple of times. They really were staked out of his house. I don't know what their intentions were and shit with them. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna have to kill these motherfuckers. Like, because I don't know what we go. Because you can't explain to the cops because they've been raided before from what we've heard. And, people got back, escape plans, hide kids in floorboards or, move them around.
For all you know, the cops are in there with them.
Yeah, exactly. Tipped in on that. And I figured out some of the details. He actually went over to the house before they had the quarrel, the beef. And he saw like weird evidence of stuff. But again, they clean up when you come around. So you don't know. Because sometimes they play off the kids as like, I'm fostering kids or these are just the neighbors' kids or I'm watching for friends. But without going crazy detail, I hate saying the gay straight. I don't know the guy's name, but literally he was a straight guy he took in. He would explain how they would kind of dope them up, force them to do sex acts with dildos and like other stuff. And the way he was explaining to me, I was like, and then here's the bad part. My intern, he used it as leverage to get the guy out of his house instead of trying to expose the family. And we were like, my business partner was like, you might be the worst human being I think I ever met. Yeah, I mean, yeah, your life is in danger. He's like, but think about everything else
Like, after you really have to take into account of other things too. Like, yeah, to us it'll be a very bad thing, but if you were thrown into the same situation, would you really? Your family would be completely involved into it too. Because if they can't get to you, they will get to your family, and it really sucks because there are lots of rings like this in your city alone. Like, they could be your neighbor down the street. They could be the most normal looking people that you would never expect, and they'll just have like fucking dungeons.
Oh, and I hate to cut you off. I did find that out actually. So I told the same intern, found out they had house. I don't know, not like trap houses, but literally trap houses. And I'm not gonna say my burb, but in my suburban area, they had in the city, they had one on the west side, they had specific houses. And I told my teacher that because I was teaching at a high school around then, so I wanted to put her on game. Like, yo, I heard it's a pedophilia ring around here, and she told me with a straight face, I know. I was like, what? She's like,
and that's the fear. There's nothing you can.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do. Like, you can't report that because you never.
They can report, but again, it's hard to catch them. That's what my teacher let me know. She's like, we know about it, but if you tell the kids, they're gonna get scared. So all we can do is, as a community, try to watch out for it, but we're aware of it. Kids are missing in our neighborhood, but you don't want to scare the town.
Yeah, and that's just the serious. Is the scariest part about it is like the act is scary, but the scariest thing is how well hidden it is,
or not well hidden. People
it's not well hidden, but it's more in the fact that it's in front of your eyes and you can't see it.
Which actually, no, it's the fear of both, to be honest. Because there are the ones that, yeah, we all know about this one, but what about the ones we don't know about?
Yeah,
you're right. You're literally are both right. There's the fear of literally both, the ones that we know about, and not just even like child trafficking rings. We also have murder rings. We also have just normal rape rings. I don't even know what that's called. What is that like?
Fight Club.
They actually have like secret fight clubs places too in Chicago, definitely. That we have just because people can't beat the shit out of each other just normally. So have an actual fight club. But again, it really comes to the point of sometimes when something's in front of you and you can't do anything about it, what else could you do? You just sometimes have to let it happen, which kind of goes back to what we were saying. Not fully, but it goes back to what we were saying before. Some things to us is wrong. To them, it's their way of life.
Mm-hmm.
So while I would preferably say shoot every single child molester in the entire world with a gun, that would be the one time I say, yeah, murder's fine. Go ahead, shoot.
Now, objectively speaking, mental illness is a thing, right? Not justifying actions,
some of them don't
but
have
a lot of
mental
people.
instance. They just that's just what they enjoy doing.
No. But like, no, it's a strong fetish. It's been cured. Like, there's a reason why there's pleasure. See, the only gray area is like if it's your job, like if you're just a hitman, I'm just a van guy who picks up the kids. now that has a whole nother area. But if you're but if you're participating in it, it's usually a fetish, right? So there's some trauma to reason why you like that. Like that's a whole nother conversation. We don't address fetishes the way we should. Like to kind of swerve off a serious topic, we were jokingly gonna have a podcast name, Golden Shower Hour, and the joke from that was like everybody has a problem with like getting pissed on or like spitting in the mouth, but we'll do hella other shit.
I swear to God, if someone pees on me, I'll kill him.
Why though?
Because that's so nasty. That's disrespectful. Do I look like a toilet to you?
Yes.
How fucking dare you?
Because you got people scooping your poop all the time. So what's the difference?
Pooper scoopers.
Number one, let's not go into the transition and things I have to do to make sure there won't be any poop coming out of my ass.
Exactly.
The things I have to do to make sure this ass stays nice and clean is a bitch. Number one. Number two, that's why I'm like, you're not about to pee on me. I wasted my time. I took a nice shower. I cleaned out.
You about to get a new shower?
I cleaned out I took a shower. I cleaned my ass. I shaved my legs. You're not about to pee on me and waste my time. How fucking dare you? Which I guess in the retrospect, it's like, well, semen is kind of comes from the dick anyway. So,
yeah, but there's no.
But I guess vagina. But then again, people always like, I'm not gonna eat the vagina because it's bleeding. It's like, well, I mean,
again, I hate the way they talk about dicks because vagina has a lot of shit going on. We should be more scared about
stuff going on.
Yeah, hey, ladies, I eat the pussy, but I'm just saying though, you should suck dick like it's your job. Are we taking risks by like fucking with these unbalanced pH levels? Why you?
Okay, as my experience of a vagina myself, I have dealt with eating some
toxic. Some waste bin.
It wasn't the balance wasn't there.
You could taste it.
You could taste it.
So wait, is that what you consider toxic pussy?
Is it
the door?
So if y'all wondering, that's technically why the pH is in the name Phluck Me, right? It goes by the pH scale, rating them from a trash bitch, which a lot are. So I don't know how you really scale it. You know.
Oh my God.
What?
Keep going.
You can't just whisper that.
No. You said what I said. Oh my God, dude. Go ahead. Pop off.
Pop off.
Pop off.
Why can't we rate on the trash it? Oh no, I said a trash it.
You said most of.
I did what I said.
Men suck too. That's why.
Duh.
That's all I want to say.
I
just wanted to say no.
In case it needed to be said, the B word is not exclusive to a gender, which I don't know why people said no, bitch means me.
Female dog. Right.
Oh yeah, but
so female dog.
Yeah, but since we're no longer talking about dogs, that means the B word is up for game.
It is.
But
so
males are bigger bitches.
But that's I will use this right now. I will use this right now. Males, wash your balls, bitches.
Thank you.
Wash your balls.
Thank you. Please wash your goddamn balls.
People don't wash balls.
People don't
wash their balls.
They don't wash their balls. And I'm really upset.
And now I'm like, what the fuck?
They don't wash their balls. They don't wash the pubic hair either. Like how
do you miss that? The water drips down the soap.
Exactly.
No, you wash your pubic hair like you would wash the hair on your head. You know why? Because it's a lot of hair down there usually. So you need to wash it like you would wash it normally.
Shampoo, so we not manscaping down there?
Some people wait, you're manscaped?
Listen, I got a whole bonsai tree. When it gets bored, I clip it down and like so I can get my focus. Other people meditate. I clip. Wax on, wax off, mister.
Palm tree.
You say a palm tree?
Palm tree.
No, what did I say?
So like, do you like a style with it? Or?
I make a circle so the dick sticking out is a Q.
Oh.
John Q.
Oh. Interesting.
I'm not gonna bury my son. I'm gonna bury my dick in this bitch.
Hey.
Why you high five? You knew where it was going?
Hey, I just high five on burying my dick in these.
When I hear something that makes sense, I just gotta.
I didn't even finish it.
High five on burying dicks and bitches.
Oh, you came from stuttering to saying clear. Okay.
When we're talking about these bitches out here, oh Lord, now you're in my
territory. I just hope again we stop classifying that B word. Words are made up, which you know that, right? But as long as if they're used in context, experience of parody, joke. It's important to know that you gotta attribute it to however that person is using it. You know, words are important, but context is more important. How they're said and why they're said.
every C word with a 4-letter is like the worst thing in the world.
I don't know why he's again. Why you?
I know exactly what you're talking about, and
Why
yeah,
I get low because you need to know that's the lower domination that you should never use.
Why not? I love saying cunt.
not that. It's not that for me. It's cock.
That's worse.
Cock.
They're both bad to me.
Fucking garbage.
But see, he can say cuck because it's a white word because you eat mayonnaise. What
What the fuck is wrong with just
Okay,
if I like mayonnaise?
That's some white shit, bro.
No, first of all,
Hey, wait, who goes to get a chicken sandwich and orders extra mayonnaise?
It's
not
me.
a black person. I tell you,
me,
Look,
bitch.
Sometimes their sandwiches be dry and they don't give you no other
get
sauce.
some barbecue sauce,
They
not
don't give
mayonnaise.
you no other sauce.
Barbecue sauce? You're a
$2 extra for some barbecue sauce, and you know it.
barbecue sauce?
don't know
Are you?
it.
You're a basic bitch.
Because I keep barbecue sauce in my hot bag, bitch. I
Oh
said
my
hot bag.
God.
Why I got a hot bag?
What do you?
I'm in my purse.
Do you?
There you go. There you go.
I was gonna say you just over here using barbecue sauce like a basic bitch. Do you use nondescript barbecue sauce that we would not name because we do not have a permission to?
First of all, kudos to you. Secondly, I use a sugar-free barbecue sauce because I'm a motherfucking healthy bitch.
Basic as usual.
So it's nasty. Is what you're
First of all, it tastes different, but you get used to the acquired taste. Kind of like that toxic ass PHB level pussy Trev eating. You nasty tongue.
Yeah, you made me.
You nasty. You
Yeah, I
tongue.
was drinking.
You tongued
I was
it.
drinking some juice and you done knocked my elbow over. I started choking.
You tongued it. Is that how it felt when it went down too?
Yeah, you choked after eating that dead baby in the corner of a bush.
Oof.
Oof. Oof.
And
like-
Welcome. You swallowed your son. Oh, my bad.
If it makes you feel
And
better,
welcome-
I had to swallow some kids too.
well, everyone, welcome to the Phluck Me podcast. This is what you should expect now.
No. Don't listen to him. You should expect therapeutic ass conversations. You see, that's
Jason.
wordplay. They're therapeutic ass conversations.
Derulo. You have to finish it. You gotta finish
I
it.
didn't say Jason.
I did. I said Jason.
So
You
what
cut
you
me
should
off. I have to
expect
finish it.
is some BS every so often, but there's some intellectual in there.
The intellect comes from being able to, like Ty said earlier, being able to actually discuss your, I'm gonna say opinions for them. Me, I just fuck with you. JK. To be able to discuss your thoughts on any matter, which again, we kind of discussed. I don't know if Trev wanted to speak on it more because he did get to experience in podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was good and bad that we did so many back to back, right?
Yes.
I became a bitter bitch after some people got angry. So then I don't even know if I got to like sit with my thoughts because we had to start another podcast. And I'm still angry at the other one. Like, yo, why that shit ain't land? Like, why you ain't do that? Why you being awkward? Or why you ain't finish the thought here?
But you have to understand that some people can't interact the same way. And that's another thing. And that's another great thing about the podcast. You understand how some people react to certain things.
But it's not about reacting the same way. Is once you already agreed to come in public and speak, is no need to like be awkward. I always hate when people have boring interviews. Bitch, why'd you come?
Wait,
Don't fucking speak.
actually, that makes a lot of sense. When you agree to come in public, you are allowed to have your opinion. You are also allowed to be slapped for your opinion. You're also allowed to be clapped for whatever opinion you have. So, but once you are on something and your opinion is stated, you better stick to your opinion by that point.
Yeah, and that's why I was really worried about bringing too many artists on the podcast because they got too many feelings and nothing to do with it. Like, all right, you told me how you feel. Congratulations. The fuck am I supposed to do with that? You know what I'm saying? I'm not your dad. Go vent to him. He touched you weird, not me. I'm trying to touch these topics. Woo! Woo! Y'all not ready for these bars. God damn.
I'm gonna be honest. I was almost gonna high five you. Then I was like, oh wait, he said
That would have been bad. Yes.
Yeah, that's like you said.
bad.
That.
You're not high fiving dad, touching people. You're high fiving the
No,
bar.
I'm high fiving uncles touching people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle touched me when I was.
Say, as your uncle
It was like.
and your lover.
How long do you think you can keep your booty away from me? Oh God!
Too soon.
Too soon. We're not gonna explain that joke, but if you somehow get it, you deserve.
Kudos to you.
You deserve everything.
Yes.
You know it's real with Ty. He let out that little squeak. Oh God! I want to say it again, but instead I'm gonna say Jason
Derulo.
Why'd y'all stop trying? It's just if you're gonna say Jason Derulo, you gonna just say his guy.
Just say it all the way
You
through.
know it. It's
You need-
Jason Derulo. and a reoccurring meme that comes through this
How long
podcast.
do you think you can talk without saying my name?
I need some
Oh, this
alcohol.
shit is fucking crazy, man.
Oh, right now.
But yeah, he got this. You know what? What was interesting, which you noticed, right? So we always pick fun at Trev for playing the fence on both sides, but he noticed that everybody who did try to like have a disagreement with me backtracked after the podcast ended, and that's why he was like, "Thank you, Ty, for saying Marlon didn't make you cry. You were dealing with some shit, or you were just explaining or feeling some shit, and it just came out towards Marlon in your speaking, which is different."
Right. Which that's what, and then like, cause it at very first glance and how I looked at it, I was like, okay, well, you know, obviously like how you were doing it, I was like, okay, they're obviously sticking with their opinion. And then when I see them backtrack, I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, you ain't just keep that same energy you just had?
It's like keep your energy. What's up?
Yeah.
They never keep it.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry, but I was well, yeah, go ahead.
No, I mean, I was just because the only reason why I paused was like they go back and forth, right?
Right.
They'll think about it and be like, like one was like, yo, I was kind of embarrassed how I did it, but I still feel like you could have explained it more. I'm like, bitch, I said I talk about hate. What you think I'm finna hug you on the podcast? The fuck you think this is?
We're not doing huggles.
Fuck
Jesus.
you. No, I hate you.
Oh.
See, that's Trev saying that. I've never ever verbally said I hate somebody to their face like
It's
that.
like I was expecting huggles at the end.
I thought it was gonna be a loving conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like basic stuff. And then one person was like, yo, you know I'm a fan of you, right, Marlon? I'm a fan of things you do. I just feel like you were amping your character up too much. I said, everything I've said to you in public, I've said to your face off camera. So either you're trash for letting me say it off camera, or you're trash for changing up on camera. I don't know what's worse.
I don't think I've ever changed up anything I'm saying.
No.
I don't think I've ever changed up. Look, here's the
I
thing.
hope I haven't.
Some people can't handle what they have to say out loud, and that's another great thing about the podcast. Like some people start to realize that maybe I don't 100% feel strongly on this. Like a lot of people don't feel strongly on a lot of topics, and in some cases, okay, fine, it's not a topic that comes up for you a lot, but then you have to understand. You need to start feeling strong about things, or you're going to just be wishy-washy on everything. And that comes to everything you do.
I'm not gonna say feel strong. Actually have a tangible position on it. Kind of how I explain what you do. Like, I'm okay if you tell me I'm coming from a biased standpoint. When me and you were arguing morals, it's a biased standpoint. And then me and you kind of said, yo, we're agreeing, but we're disagreeing. So like, then we're like, all right, so where we gonna land with this? Like, what's the end result? Are we
Don't kill nobody.
No.
wait. It's
No,
like,
that's not.
Me and you are not gonna kill nobody.
Okay, that's the middle ground.
That's our ground.
Wait, let me finish it. We're not gonna do that because legally we can't, and that's
exactly
that's the middle ground.
Legally we can't. Personally, I don't think it's right.
And personally, I do think many people deserve it, but
I also think certain people do deserve to be murdered.
when I say many, I mean certain, and because there's a lot more many certains. If that makes sense.
Many certains, that makes totally sense.
So, question though, because
I just caught it late. Sorry.
yeah. So, question, because I know you mentioned to me many times about playing the fence, right? And what you
Stop playing on these fences.
They do hurt.
But
I actually fell off a fence one time as a kid. Continue.
but no, necessarily, just like what you guys did, you both have that opinion, but you'll find a middle ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, necessarily, when I play the fence. And when I'm trying to look from both perspectives and then trying to make my opinion off the middle ground of that, how is that's still taken aside, but is there any sort of error in that?
You're not coming to a completion. Kind of like when I told Tom, like, yo, I'm not ending my podcast at least. We're just letting people have an in general idea of a statement. They have to understand the statement, which is most important. So the reason why me and Ty don't agree, because morally speaking, I see it as a gray area. He sees it as, no, I'm sticking to how I view it. So now we got to find, all right, in society, which he said in modern society, it's considered wrong. So now we've updated the context. Now me and him have taken it from me and his head and brought it to the real world, which we have to live in, because we don't live in the real world. We live in our own heads. But when we coexist, we have to come to the matrix, which is bullshit.
Right.
So legally speaking, in the modern world, you cannot murder or steal because it's stated to be wrong legally, and that's where it ends. And we both actually agree that some people should be offed.
I mean, yeah,
Definitely.
no, definitely. Like if you take my last chicken nugget, I'm killing you. I don't give a fuck.
I believe you should be murdered if you speak in a movie theater. That goes for you. That goes for you and your kids. If I see your cell phone light, I'm beating your ass.
What?
Like, no, listen. I realize I'm an adult now. When I shush people, like nobody's ever given me lip when I shush you in the movie theater. Could be because I'm a gangster and they feel that shit. But like I've kneeled down to people's ear and like, hey fam, don't do it. I was like, yo, cut that phone off. Don't shh. And they've accepted that shit. And I felt bad after I did it. Like, yo, did I threaten? Did that sound threatening? Like,
That sounds very fucking threatening.
Hey, bro,
and I think
don't
what you're
do
not
it.
noticing is the fact that your beard is fucking big as shit. I
wasn't-
don't give a fuck. Lumberjack beard ass.
if a
Yo, ass-
lumberjack whispers in your ear,
Yeah.
hey, fam.
Low key, if a lumberjack literally said, "I'll kill you if you turn that phone on right now," I'll have to hit her with the
Jason Derulo. You know what I said out loud? One of our coworkers, we went to the movies to see Michael Myers, which already isn't the best movie. So I want to enjoy the few jump scares I could possibly get from this weak ass film. And there was a lady who had like 3 kids in a row with us and everything. They kept talking. I couldn't hit them. So I was like, my coworker was next to me. I said, hey, bro, I said out loud, hit one of her kids if they keep talking. And I said it loud enough like she can't control them. It's up to us. Knock them the fuck out.
So wait, I said I don't agree with murder, but I feel like if a child's acting up, you gotta punch that 4-year-old in the stomach. Like you gotta punch that 4-year-old in the stomach.
You're nice as shit to punch him in the stomach. I deck him in his fucking.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
headbutt
good.
that
Wait,
little nigga.
I punch him in the stomach, and if they keep going, you gotta beat the child down. You have to beat the child up.
Like
If they
that-
don't understand the first hit, you gotta keep going.
No,
Like Thanos when he punched Captain American.
No, like just like how Thanos beats up the Hawk. That's how you gotta beat these kids sometimes.
Yeah.
But nah, fuck that. Nah, I'm finna fucking headbutt these kids because you giving them too much fucking mercy. All right.
That's mercy.
That's
That was
mercy. No, I want to headbutt these kids. Damn,
That's
near.
murder.
You know what?
You saw how I backtracked there? I don't give a fuck. Headbutt and kick these motherfuckers.
Like don't murder kids, but sometimes you gotta beat the shit out of them. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, some of these kids,
They be a little wild.
hands ready to eat for everyone.
Wait, they be a little wild, and their parents don't know what to do with them.
Nothing.
Sometimes. So,
I think
you
one of the greatest statements I heard, I didn't read the comic, but they said Batman, he had a female villain. And she was like, you wouldn't hit a lady. And he was like, justice sees no gender.
Just like the gender.
I'm gonna beat that ass.
And like, you know what?
You wouldn't beat up a girl. Batman just fucking decks her
Before she finishes, I don't see a girl here. Do you?
Do you? Hey, your heart beat the same as mine.
I forgot what superhero it was, but it was something similar when they literally went something like, it's like, you can't beat me up. I'm a woman. You're a big ass man. It's like,
And you're a big ass bitch. Sorry.
wait. You were doing crime? Yeah.
That's amazing.
You're doing crime? Crime. It's like these hands are ready to eat for everyone.
Wait, can we go ahead and just mention the fact, because nobody talks about this. I mean, everyone's starting to talk about it now, but the fact that Batman literally he will beat your ass. He will go ahead, break your fucking leg and shit like that, and then be like, then talk. Like, no, I can't talk right now.
Yes, you can.
I was about to say,
I'm
wait,
mentally going through.
Spider-Man, Batman, and low-key Superman.
No,
Daredevil.
Superman's a bitch.
Daredevil definitely breaks your
Oh,
neck,
yeah.
and it might sponsor you in court.
Yo, that's bogus. He knows. So how'd you get the injuries? You know, you
It's like-
gave it to me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, the best part is, it's like, wow, that's crazy. Daredevil did what to you? Wow, maybe you shouldn't have did that thing, and maybe I won't do it again.
What if he was like, maybe you shouldn't talk in the movie theaters? I wouldn't have to fucking headbutt you.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you open your phone or you're on the phone in the movie theaters, you do deserve to get shot in the leg at least. I feel like that's.
Bruh, like listen, not all heroes wear capes, and they definitely don't wear condoms, and I'm both. I will miss the movie for all of us to beat that person's ass. Like, if he won't put his phone away, listen, guys, I got it from here.
And you know what? I feel like that should be legal.
And then that's when you deserve to die, right? I'll get
You
up
deserve-
and turn your phone off.
I feel like you deserve to punch me after that part. I've been waiting to get punched for the longest time now. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, wait. Now we had a moment with that in one of the podcasts, and now he saw that, right? I was calling her out for doing that. I would have called you out for, right? You've called me out, maybe not on air yet, but you've done it in public where it's like, look at you, acting like a bitch. Look at that bitch that you doing, her acting like a woman or acting like a dagging man. And I pulled that off, right? And then off camera, they said that I was being extra. And I'm like, we do that all the time.
What are you talking about? Like, it's like why are you acting like a little bitch right now?
Well, dude,
Is that what you mean?
Yeah. And when because I was present for that, I at first looking at it, I was like, I could see where she was coming from.
I wasn't gonna say gender, but yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, I could see where that person was coming from, and I could see what the image of what basically that person was perceiving, and how apparent, which was apparent, it was kind of apparent. But then looking back at it, I was like, from all our podcasts, especially the sloppy ones, it doesn't change your how consistent your persona is. Like that just kind of fits in.
But and that's what I was worried about. That's what I was telling you, Ty, because you weren't there. But that's why I wanted you to analyze it, just from an outside person looking in. And I even kind of told her, I was like, "Yo, that's why I'm recording all of these at once, so we can see presentation wise where you want to drop first. Because like out of context, you might only hear one of these messy ones. You'd be like, I ain't fucking with them. The what? You just made a fucking joke about beating up babies. But like if like you said, if you put in context, it's pretty consistent throughout all of them. But like after those, I got insecure, dog. Like he had me. I was fucked up for the whole day. I was a bitter bitch. I'm like, man, am I fucked up? Am I doing this? And I'm like, I always do this though. Like, what's changed?
Well, from what I remember, from what you guys did tell me on the podcast, that I felt like she was going out of pocket.
Wait, there's two different ones, by the way.
The one I'm talking about is more so towards when it's talking about our skins.
Not that one. He's talking about the other one.
Which one are you talking about?
This is one that said, all right, we'll just point it out there because even Trev got called. Yeah. Sometimes, because again, we use the B word a lot and everything, we've been called misogynistic. And which is specifically why I try to bring multiple gendered and different faceted people on the show. So it was such a man cave. So it wouldn't be such a man cave perspective, but fuck it. Whatever. Nobody ever fully held up their side, I guess. Again, we're not here to bash you, just prove your point or just make it make sense, as I always say. But in that case, she had thought that my persona, I was stretching it more than normal. Like I was going, and then in context, my friend, he was being fake quiet. I was calling him out like, yo, why you being all fake quiet? You normally spicier. So she was being hella spicy. So I'm just calling her out more because she going like how you were going against me. It's the same thing. All right, you taking your shots at me. I'm going to come back at it, but it's not beef. And the weird thing is, she laughed for 30 minutes straight. Before she called me out, like I'm editing it, it's at least 30 minutes before she popped off. So I'm like, it took you. And now on camera, it's going to look worse because Trev got to see it. She was making faces between it. But you know, when I'm talking, I'm switching back between looking. So I didn't catch all the faces. I can just hear laughs and you vocally coming back. So I'm just keep going. So that's why it's important to speak and communicate how you feel and everything. And then, so what we did was we just hit record while she was going off of me. And so it became a conversation about censorship. And I'm like, yo, I don't believe I need to read the room because I didn't say anything. I'm not switching who I am. I brought you into this room because this is how the tone is. You know, and then it's kind of a whole thing. Like if you can't prove that there's no malicious intent, that was your choice to perceive what I said in a certain way, and I have to accept it, but it doesn't mean it's right.
Right. I mean, sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say, so it might be something based on the same fact of the matter of, but you said you couldn't, like you said before, you couldn't even analyze that you were so messed up. So while you were doing it afterwards, she might have been doing it during. That's exactly what it sounds like. Like she started analyzing stuff like, oh, what?
Yeah, midway.
So people did nervous. It was actual laughter turned to nervous laughter turned to, oh.
But didn't it seem like some real laughter though, Trev?
No, it was.
I said it was real laughter, yeah. Nervous laughter.
But it didn't seem like it was a break from it because I mean, mainly the jokes was little dicks, but well.
Yeah, the whole podcast was mostly about little dicks. And that's why I said it wasn't a balanced thing. You can laugh when it's mostly at a male's expense.
It's like you can't do nothing with none of the little itty bitties. Like she's right.
I mean,
you average size bitch. No, it's cool though. I've been trying to tell people that 4 fingers is where it's at. You uptight bitches.
What about two in the pink, one in the stink?
What about 2 in the stink and 1 in the pink?
Whoa.
Yeah. Sadly, the podcast has been about little dicks overall so far, but it's supposed to grow into being therapeutic. Maybe that is therapeutic, you know. As Ty said in the very, very beginning, we should learn to be more comfortable about saying things in public. Because if you can only say it behind closed doors, then who are you hiding from? Are you hiding your little dick from us or from you?
So now I got a question for you then. What do you want to accomplish with your podcast?
I mean, like I said, perspective. I want to help teach people overall how to communicate and express. Well, let me not say teach, help, right? Because I'm not saying my way is the right way, right?
But highway.
Yeah. But I do believe I can have conversations with anybody, right? They might not always be the smoothest, but I'm always able to find a middle ground with just about anybody, right? Whether it's make you laugh, whether it's make you see a different perspective on it, or just have you have a conversation that you normally wouldn't have out in public. I've had plenty of people literally say that to me, like, "Yo, I don't even know why I just told you that, fam. Like, how do we end up having this conversation?" I'm like, because it's fun. We should express more. So, like, hopefully, we're not just rambling about bullshit, though it might sound like bullshit. A lot of the times, we are trying to talk about some stuff, and I think it's fun. So we do make jokes with it, but that's not deterring from it. And hopefully, this first episode kind of showcases that we care about a lot of different things, and we're trying to look at it from all different angles with it. So perspective and communication is what this podcast is about. A boot. What is a boot?
A boot. We've already made fun of like numerous people today. I feel like this is this.
Oh yeah, and that's why. I mean, it might change over the time, but again, I'm still debating on the intro because I wanted to showcase how we can come together through hate. Because again, hate is just high passion. Same thing as love. Everybody's just preaching, love this, love that. No, you unbalanced horse. You have to also talk about things we dislike. It's very important. So if maybe, but I'm like the only one keeping the highest energy. Though I know there's more haters out there in the world. Hit me up, fam. But
I can't hate myself.
I can.
And I can't love you, but you can love me.
Fuck you.
See,
I love
you know
you.
what? I think what you mean to say is
fuck you. Fuck.
No, fuck you.
I'm
I don't
leaving.
fuck me.
But yeah, I mean, hope again. I don't know if you guys did that kind of answer your question to narrow it down, perspective and communication.
I think I got a good understanding of what we're looking for here.
Yeah.
Perspective through communication. Boom. That's the
perspective through communication. That sounds like a good tagline.
So should I change it from, welcome to the Phluck Me Right podcast?
Phluck Me Right. Communication.
Where we come together. What?
Or
we come together through communication.
Phluck Me Right. But Phluck me through a communication.
Talk into the fucking mic, not the fucking camera.
Phluck me right. But tell me through communication.
Every time I say something, people whisper. Like, is that like, am I an abusive dad to you guys? Like, every time I say something like, I'm sorry, what?
You're going to beat me after this, so yes.
You don't scare me.
That's because you enjoy beatings.
I do.
Oh.
I do.
Jason.
As your father.
As your
father.
Oh my God.
And also,
what's smoother than Phluck Me Right? Where we come to a podcast where we come together through hate. That's so smooth. Where do you find?
That wasn't as smooth as you probably thought it sounded, but hey, look.
Damn.
Pop off.
Shots.
That's like, hey, look, pop off.
Shots. I tested it with other people. They said, it's just smooth and everything. But saying the communication.
Maybe it's the way you said it. Say it like smooth jazz.
I mean, nigga, I didn't say it now.
Smooth jazz in there. Come on. Let's hear it.
All right, and welcome to FM 203. This is Phluck Me Right podcast, where we come together by hate. Yes, we do. Too often, everybody's talking about love this, love that. But you can't love some shit without hating some shit. And with that being said, let's have a conversation about communication.
See, that sounded hot.
I was going to say, all right, news anchor.
Was I sexy? Now, see, for the record, people, I'm an actor, so I can talk better than what you'll hear on the podcast.
Just exploded.
Did your ovaries explode?
Oh, God, there they go
again.
God. Oh, no, my WAP.
Get your drop out of here. I said
Richard.
But wait. See, you never really settled it down. Or are we not going to come to a conclusion today? Do we got to just flesh it out and see? Like, is it hate, communication? Because that was energy we were supposed to be bringing. It's supposed to be.
Isn't that not what you're trying to state as the same thing? Hate and communication. Because in order to
no. Love and hate's the same.
Through communication, you start to learn things. You start to love someone through communication. You start to hate some of the things that they do, but that's the same thing. So it's going through the same flow chart. So is that not the same thing in what you're saying right now?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if there's a smoother sentence that maybe combines everything.
You found your smooth jazz.
I didn't change anything. That was the intro that we already said.
Sometimes that's exactly what Sometimes as long as it comes right off the tongue, that's what you need.
So y'all niggas want me to do intros as a white man now.
Man.
Hello. Wait, hold on, Jerome. I got it from here. Silly Negro.
Hey, who let this motherfucker in here?
Whoa.
Look here, you tiny prick looking motherfucker. I'm tired of your shit, okay?
I don't know what's more stereotypical. What's more racist? Your voice of a black man or mine as a white man?
I think
it
mine
can't be
is
racist.
worse.
I'm black.
Yours
It's
is
like,
worse.
It's like worse.
What? He's doing a. Who talks like
No, his
Oh,
is worse.
It's like mine's is like 100 times worse because it's like outside of anything I would ever talk like. So
It's not about you, Jerome. It's about the black community as a whole.
I'm so tired of your bullshit, okay?
We keep trying to figure out a name and it got into race. You know what? And you were complaining about wrapping it up, but maybe you just helped us insult whoever we might have missed. Let's just throw some more little dicks in the bag.
Just at the end, like you're gonna get it too.
the podcast should be basically like no one's excluded in everything we're doing.
Nobody's safe.
It's
Excluded.
welcome to the Phluck Me Right podcast. It's a
Safety.
podcast where we come together by hate because inclusion matters. And so does fucking yourself. Fuck, I almost had it.
You almost had it.
So it's fucking yourself.
So is fucking yourself.
You could definitely go fuck yourself.
You don't need to fluck yourself. We'll do it for you.
Has your uncle and the
Wow,
person that's
maybe
going
we'll
to
figure it
fluck
out, man.
you.
Maybe y'all can help figure it out.
But here's the thing: you keep going over what you have it. You're
Yeah.
questioning yourself.
But the reason I'm questioning is because, and again, not saying that it's the first couple rounds, right? Guests just haven't matched that energy, and some were maybe kind of confused on what we're bringing. So I'm still trying to adjust the format. I don't want to have a radio format because I came from radio and I hated that fucking shit. But the cleanness, was kind of there, trying to transition. And I feel like until I get more notable guests, right? I'm getting friends, and they're not professional speakers, right? Like we're literally going over talking as we're figuring out the podcast.
Right.
So until I get people who know how to stay on topic, talk about topics, come to the podcast with things to actually say specifically.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am amazing.
You goddamn right, Jerome. Got a lot to these niggas, you know what I'm saying? Wow.
Just like my dad.
Oh, you didn't know who he
I
was?
say, who is that?
Oh, God.
Hey, I'll have you know I know my dad. He's a pastor. I don't know who my mom is.
Does-
She
I
left.
was gonna say, does he also know where your butthole is?
Look here.
Oh. Whoa.
I had to come gay for a reason, didn't I?
As
You
your,
were
as your,
a choir director?
Yes.
Oh, black church reference.
you know it. That's why your snaps were so on point.
I mean, you'll see each one flows differently. Which again, I don't know. We'll see.
But at the same time, I feel like you have your structure. It's just gonna take a while to make sure that we keep it structured.
Am I maybe the black Dr. Phil, where I'm just because I'm mostly analyzing. I'm not really giving my opinion on it. So so I'm bringing people together to discuss something. And one friend said you're not playing devil's advocate, but he's like you're looking at the other side of it, I guess. So I'm not playing the fence. So maybe
You're really just you're the middleman without really being on the fence. Really, that's all the opinions that I've been getting.
You're more is like Dr. Phil, but also Bill Burr.
listen, Becky, you're stupid and you're a whore, and that's why you did it. Now, Dave, you're a cunt and you're a bitch and you don't know your father. So I think we figured out what's wrong with you guys. All right, that's my version.
I've been sucking my father's dick across the corner all day.
I
I didn't want to. I had to tell you.
fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. You
And then
fucking
Runs
whore.
out the room.
Oh.
Sucking both our dicks, uncle and dad.
I didn't know he was my real uncle.
What did you think he was, your stepbrother?
Yes,
Why did he think he called you niece all the time?
I
You
just thought that
fucking
was
thought.
my play name.
And that was the same word. No, niece.
It's like he every time I said it, he was just, "Oh, you're the best niece in the world." I thought he was saying I'm nice.
Oh, that's amazing.
Nah, you thought you had
apologize.
dyslexia. No.
Dyslexia. All right. Yeah. I mean, not being hard on myself, just trying to analyze the shit. Now, with wrapping it up, Trev, you've been in more podcasts than me. Any wrap ups? Ty thinks it's good for now, but
I think, well, yeah, as being there mainly, I know the difference between, especially from what we all first did until now, the progression of what's been happening. I can tell a great progress that is happening. It's a lot more cleaner, has structure, and we know how to have fun with it while also being very serious. So I know that what you're doing right now is good, and you don't need to worry. Just as time goes on, there will be tweaks that we can do. You're doing great. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing, and then we'll find out problems that we need to fix in the past. Well, in the future.
So what you guys are saying is, Marlon should keep spreading hate. Is that going?
Hate is
I thought you were gonna
love.
do that
Love is hate.
anyway.
I mean, I'm gonna do it personally, but I'm trying to see can niggas will niggas eventually understand that and be able to jump on board with love and hate are the same things, and it's not a negative thing that I'm bringing to the table.
You need to understand that they're not going to be the perfect guests, and you're going to have you have great guests. So,
But over time, people will start understanding.
right.
But you need to first let time take its course.
There you go.
Let them touch my booty hole and see what happens.
And don't
All right.
It's
be
already
scared to take an
leaking.
L.
And well, I guess only thing to say is the Phluck Me Right podcast. Fuck! I almost got wait. The Phluck Me
almost
Right
had it.
podcast is a time where we travel through a bag of dicks, and life is like a bag of dicks. You never know what you're gonna get
It's usually terrible.
because life sucks,
Yeah.
and maybe you should too.
So what you should say is, fuck me.
Phluck me. So I guess all right, guys. Again, thanks for tuning in to the first ever episode of Phluck Me Right. You're about to time travel through a capsule of like 2 months worth of videos that we all did in a very short time span. So as the show grows, hopefully the audience does, and hopefully so does your interest. I was here. I was assisted by Ty, Zaddy, Shock, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Cunt, also known as Trev.
I said my name is Shocker.
That's a shocker.
Yeah.
We're trying to close it out. All right. My name is Marlon Hue, aka Father Piccolo, and this is Phluck Me Right. Good night, cunt.
Want some blow?